Is this a time for a question, maybe from a fan?
Oh yeah, perfect time for a question. If
All
anyone
right.
has a question, post it.
Dave, please do the lines of Eddie when they happen, please. Okay, so they want you to do Eddie's lines when he pops up. Fungo, pick up some items for Christ's sake.
I read that too. I am going to pick up items. Don't worry, I will.
Have I seen the PT trailer or heard about the PT game? Do I know anything about it? No, I have not, and I know nothing about it. I hope it's good for.
I think
for
it's
the
going to be
fans.
good.
I hope it's good for the fans' sake.
I think the fans will be very happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if they wanted to bring in a character to channel me, they could have done worse than Norman Reedus.
You know, they're actually getting Hollywood actors now. I'm assuming for it.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, there's a vision that they want to undertake. But yeah,
They should have talked to us, man. They should have talked to us.
So
bring them back. Fans want them back.
Carlos asked, what's the most memorable thing from the mocap? And the most memorable thing from the mocap were the bedside scenes between myself and Monica playing out for the game, revealing our true feelings for each other and our remorse and sadness and our love for each other. Those were very heavy scenes, and we put our hearts and souls into them, and I think the result was good. So that for me,
here's Happy Burger.
You say mocap. There were video cameras running. We were wired up, but we were acting on a stage, and there was an audience there, like usually 5 to 7 people, working the equipment or directing or watching. And for me, that was the performance. Later on in the recording studio, it was a matter of just re-saying what we had done on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone knows those scenes, in particular the one where James confesses to.
You know, that final scene you also had to do like 4 different times in 4 different ways, right?
Yes, and we shot them all on the same day. So for me, they're all kind of mixed together.
Yeah, so each ending is a little
not
different.
all on the same day, though. That one took several sessions to complete all of them, and then there was the picking up the lifeless body.
I think it would be interesting to hear this letter.
Was there any injuries on mocap?
Hey, Brew.
Really quick, there's a letter here. Do you want to read it?
Yeah.
One of you two?
Brew's asking if we met during the production or before that. In fact, we met for the first time, Dave and I, during the production, and we didn't actually become friends for several years afterward. And then we kind of crossed paths again, and then so we started riding motorcycles together
Eating
on the
pizza?
weekends. And, yeah. I do that we go out for pizza for the fans.
You go bowling too?
We only eat caviar and foie gras.
Living the life.
Caviar pizza.
Or perhaps you are a fool. The truth usually betrays people. A part of that abyss is the old society. The key to the society is in the park, at the foot of the praying woman, inside of the ground, inside of a box. To open it, I need a wrench. My patient buried it there. I knew, but did nothing. It made me uneasy to have such a thing near. It wasn't looking for the truth. I was looking for tranquility. I also saw that thing. I fled, but the museum was sealed as well. Now no one dares to approach that place.
Here's a good
If
line.
you still do not wish to stop, James, I pray to the Lord to have mercy on your eternal soul.
That's a really ominous message. So right there, just psychologically, they're instilling fear. You're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it had his name on it. It's written.
Yeah, how does he know my name? That's so weird.
It's written on the sidewalk.
But in a way, that's supposed to be the doctor of Brookhaven, but at the same time, it seems like an ominous message from the town itself. Like the town is writing these letters to him. So it's interesting.
What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite game?
Oh gosh, I have a lot of favorite movies, but I'm still kind of hung up on the whole Matrix set.
Yeah. No, The Matrix?
Yeah. So I probably like those director types. I like all their work. Once I start, like the guys who did The Matrix, I like all of their works. The Wachowski brothers.
Oh, yeah?
And then I also like the Coen brothers films. So
Oh, yeah, like Fargo and...
yeah, yes, I couldn't pick only one, to tell you the truth, in terms of movies. And in terms of games, I don't really play a lot of games. I like Mario Kart, and I also like FPS type games, first person shooter games. But I'm not I don't have a game system. I have a Wii. So you can imagine what types of games I play. And I did play Myst when many years ago, but that was on my
Oh, I love Myst. It's kind of like Silent Hill in the way that it's immersive in the puzzles and the environment.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And very interesting, gritty graphics.
Now you can imagine it's pretty easy to get lost with it being as dark as it is.
Yeah.
No Country for Old Men. Did you enjoy that one?
I haven't seen No Country. I've seen clips of it, but it seemed really scary to me.
I love that movie. You would like it too.
That's got the boss guy. What's his name? He's the who,
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. Who chases in The Fugitive?
Yeah.
Policeman,
That's
Fugitive.
the guy. Yeah. What's the name of that actor who plays in that film? And then there's that scary bad guy, the psychopath.
The guy with the shotgun air compressor weapon.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I would like to play a part like that, a relentless psychopathic killer.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
So you found a little burial spot here behind a monument, and that there's a box here buried in the ground that you referenced earlier.
Snow Orchid recommends it. Snow.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. They're going by so fast, but someone recommended I try Spec Ops: The Line, and I will say, is a shooter, first person shooter. Yeah, I played the one that I played and had a little fun with was called Modern Warfare. What's that called? Call of Duty: Modern Warfare.
Tommy Lee Jones.
And I really got swept up with the characters. I felt like that guy who played my sergeant leading the group I was in. My life depended on him in many cases, and I that's when it started to hit me how people bonded with James, perhaps, and how and there's no spoilers here today, right? About how sad and emotionally wrenching it must have been to find out that James may not be really an altogether good guy.
Yeah.
But at least
he does have a dark side.
Yeah, he has a dark side, and so that knowing how closely I felt connected to the other characters in while playing Modern Warfare, it dawned on me that people must have been really torn up about James toward the end of the game when they watched that video of him.
Spec Ops, but Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, some would say is the best Call of Duty game. So you played that.
Lucky me.
Yeah, lucky you. You played it.
Yeah, I got the best one.
Although that's not including the classic series. The first 3 games are a lot different than Modern Warfare.
Maybe we should pop that up. What do you think?
Just keep your head.
Why don't you just raise that up and let more light in? Because it's really Silent Hill.
Hey, Dave,
here.
Dave and Guy, you can put your ad right there.
That's
your ad.
Oh, your ad here, yeah.
Put your ad there. Advertise. You guys should open up a business, a pizza place.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Heaven's Night. That's good.
Yes, you could too, because I bet there isn't one.
Yeah, that's...
Hey, Guy, here's a good question. Have you ever experienced a paranormal event?
Yes, of course.
Ghosts.
It's called Kanashibari, and it's where you wake up, you become awake, you're sleeping, and then you wake up, but you realize you can't move, that your body is being pinned down on the bed.
Oh, yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a demon comes into the room because you're in a depressed state, is able to get control of your body. Because you're so after that, I learned a little more about it, and I vowed to never go to sleep in a depressed frame of mind. So I developed a little like affirmation that I would say before I slept to prevent that from happening. And I've never had it happen again. And I've taught that to my children as well, so that they won't have nightmares.
So here's a nice little painting on the wall.
Yes, that's a great painting, isn't it?
I love it. Misty Day. Now, this was Masahiro Ito that drew this.
Yep.
It's him.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, he drew that?
Yeah, Masahiro Ito drew this. This is his art. This is what his art style looks like normally.
Wow.
He's a freelance artist now. He works on his own website. He does freelance for Konami.
Beautiful.
And they hire him to do paintings.
Horribly beautiful, but beautiful in that sense.
Yes, it's very morbid.
Those were the box monsters we fought just a little while ago, right?
And those were Pyramid Head's victims.
And tortured and killed in those frames. Got it.
Yeah.
Are we heading down in toward the prison now, or not yet?
We're heading down, and this is a long hallway, a very, very long hallway. Why?
Oh.
Because it's supposed to be teleporting you outside of space and time.
We haven't even gotten to the lake yet. Aren't we supposed to cross it in a rowboat?
Well, the lake happens after a labyrinth. He goes into this weird foreign area where everything just isn't quite as it seems first.
Dusty, you better put the turbo on.
I gotta turn on the turbo.
Turn on the turbo, man.
I'll try my hardest to get through this as fast as possible now. But it's just getting interesting, Guy. Dave. So, Dave, have you ever played this game?
Yeah, but not all the stuff you're doing now. No.
So this is all new. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of it's new.
Let's see.
My kids were small at the time, so I just watched it at a friend's place.
I just jumped down a hole. We're going to be doing a lot of jumping down holes. Apparently you mocapped that, didn't you?
Okay.
Jumping down the hole. Yes, of course. Yes. Yeah.
That was probably a lot of fun.
Yeah, no one was there except me and one guy, or it was like one technician. Toward the end, it got very lonely. I'd show up, I'd have to do the jogging scene, the fall down scene, or the jump through scene, all these little, because they hadn't even figured this stuff out, what was actually going to happen in the game. So they were like working on the game and realizing, oh, we're going to need one of these. So I would come in, and then there'd just be one guy there, and he'd tell me what they need, and I would do it. Like whack the stick like that.
I'm breaking a part of the wall that seems a little different. Because he's trapped in a well right now.
Mm-hmm. Did I? Oh, Guro-chan is asking did I ever get to meet Mary and Akira while you worked on the set? No, Mary McGlynn, I never met her. And Yamaoka came once, only during the audition. I met him then, but I really was kind of nervous, so I didn't really focus on remembering much about the guys.
Yeah.
I just did my performance. And then Yamaoka came once to the set during mocap, and I remember him having a kind of rock star feel to him, because when he came in, everyone really paid attention to him, and they turned to smiles, and they were all excited.
Oh, and people really like him.
Yeah, they were excited to introduce me to him. So I met him only that one day on the set. I didn't.
But he's also a rock star. You know that, right?
Yeah, and he had that feel to him, right? I mean,
he goes to concerts and stuff.
That presence. Yep. Yeah, nice. Seemed like a very nice guy. A very nice guy.
Right now we're surrounded by bugs.
Oh, there's a number.
Those cockroaches he hates so much.
Oh, those cockroaches.
And the combination is random every time, and you just hit whatever buttons work. You just keep at it.
Oh.
So 2-1-4. Nope. We'll try 4-1-2. See, stomping him. 412. 412. Nope.
Hey, Resi VG, 4 a.m. Thanks for staying with us.
142.
Anime.
How would you anticipate it be influential?
I love anime. My favorite one right now is one which is available. It's dubbed into English, actually. It's
241.
Buddha and Christ go on a holiday to the earth.
That sounds ridiculous already.
And they rent a little apartment in a country town, and it's just about their extended holiday on Earth, but between Buddha and Christ and their couple of friends. And only the Japanese could have done it. It's so fabulous. I encourage y'all to watch it. If someone can chat the.
Hey, take a look at this hallway.
I love that one. My daughter introduced that to me. Yeah.
Do you see how it's all upside
skewed.
down?
Yeah. Oh, it is upside down. I see you. Ah, wow, that's the fluorescent light. Right.
Oh, it's so weird to look at.
Ooh. Oh. God, I hate jumping down those holes.
Hey, there's a certain somebody I know really well.
It's jumping down the hole is not the hard part. It's landing at the bottom. That's the hard part.
What, did you actually have to land? Mocap landings?
I was in pain for weeks after that stuff. Oh. There he is. How the hell did you get down here?
I think that Eddie looks a lot like you. Maybe when you're a little bit younger.
Just put the gun to their head.
Now you can see he's starting to go downhill.
But it wasn't my fault. He made me do it.
It wasn't my fault.
Calm down, Eddie. Tell me what happened.
That guy, he had it coming. I didn't do anything. He just came after me. Besides, he was making fun of me with his eyes, like that other one.
Just for that, you killed him?
What do you mean, just for that?
Eddie,
They're there.
Dr. Batman 11 has asked if there were any scenes I wished I had done better.
There's a movie you were talking about.
Yeah.
Why not? Till now I
Oh, yeah, there it is.
walk all over me.
Room 201. Yeah, nice.
He had it coming.
That's interesting, yeah.
Is the cutscene still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah.
You got to hear his performance. It's amazing.
Anyway, I gotta run.
you're going out there alone?
Yeah, I was a little heavier then, but not as heavy now.
Eddie?
It's over now. So look what Eddie just did here.
Oh, God, that is gross. The body is marked with bullet holes.
Yeah.
It's a corpse. Now, is it James's corpse?
Nope, that's
That
not
comes
James.
later. That's the meat locker.
Just some random guy.
Now, if you play it multiple times, does the meat locker start to stack up with James's corpses?
No, I mean they're different people in the meat locker.
I've looked at that HD cutscene you sent me of the meat locker scene, and I
Yeah.
could swear there are a lot of dead Jameses in there. No?
No, they're all different. I think we can see when we get there.
I was wondering if maybe each time you play and get killed by Eddie, that it leaves another corpse in there when you come back. Like, you can keep track of how many times you failed to beat
So
the
every
boss.
time you fail Eddie,
There's
a new
another
corpse.
James litters the... So can I talk about something for a minute? Is it
yeah, sure.
All right. There was the scene with Angela and I on the staircase. I would like to have done that one again. I would like to have done it with...
Oh, it was perfect though.
No, it was good, but I would rather have done it with her. That one they had us record separately, but I believe it would have been improved had we done it at the same time. Other than that, there were a couple of lines that I delivered which I would I would probably want to do slightly differently now that I can see it. That I think there was no direction, so I didn't really know how to play it. But obviously seeing it, I think I would play it a little different. But overall, it came out pretty good.
Yeah, it did. The performances in this are just amazing.
Yeah.
There is somewhere I have to go. Now this is the prison. It can get kind of confusing in the prison.
Dave, do you have any ideas about Eddie's background? Someone asked that question.
Yeah, did they tell you much about his back history?
Wicked virgin.
No, that he'd been bullied, and so I was trying to get in that frame of mind. That he'd been mistreated, and so that's what was kind of behind his character, the way he was acting.
Yeah.
Dave, someone's really impressed with your vomiting sounds.
Yes.
I want to know how you were able to perfect that.
I have to say that is the most impressive vomiting I've ever heard in any video game. You'll never get a comment like that again.
So
You'll never hear that again.
So the fans want to know how you managed to pull that off.
Oh, he did it!
Spit it into the glass.
That's how you did it.
Ah. He's using special effects. He's got
Well, at least they're
secret
practical
tricks.
effects.
Secret tricks.
They're not computer-generated effects.
You didn't spit in my glass, did you?
No, I got
He's just
this
spitting in
looks
everyone's
like,
glass.
Pyramid Head on there. That is Pyramid Head.
No, it's a diagram. I could show you here in a second. But we're putting these plates on it on a scaffold. This is an actual scaffold where they hang people.
That'll work. Then we'd be able to push it to the side and go under it. Yes?
No, that's not how it works. Nope. We put these tablets down,
Uh-huh.
and then you hear a scream, like someone's getting hung, and you turn around, and you get a horseshoe
Oh!
on this door. A horseshoe.
Is that important?
Yeah, that helps me open something. You have to open something
okay.
with the horseshoe.
Oh, more into the puzzle stuff. Got it.
Yep. And pretty soon we'll get a lighter, and we have a wax doll. And no one would have guessed this, but you actually have to melt the wax doll and put the horseshoe in there and wait for it to cool down and dry, and use it as a handle to lift something up. It's ridiculous, and I had to look up a guide, I think, to figure it out. I'll be honest.
One fan, insert game here, asked if I like Star Wars, and the answer is no, I don't like Star Wars. I love Star Wars. But,
You look like a big fan. Star Trek and Star Wars.
You know, I was like 18 years old when Star Wars came out, and I probably saw it 9 times in the theater. I was just blown away by it. I was captured by the great mythos, or the underlying eternal story that it embodied, or that Lucas ripped off and made his own in his own way. So no, I loved it. I probably don't look back on it as fondly as I felt about it, but I have that nostalgia for it now. I look forward to seeing what they do with the new movie, but I don't have high hopes for it. Anyway, who knows? Who knows? We'll see.
But
yes, I love Star Wars.
I'm
I'm
more of a fan of Star Trek. I think Star Wars is a little overrated.
Well, I grew up with Star Trek as a little kid, watching it in black and white in the den with my brother. And so I have strong feelings for that, too, because I watched those shows. Every Star Trek episode you've ever seen, I watched it when it first came on TV that night. It was heavy stuff, right?
Yeah, I had to
But in
watch
any
it on
case,
Netflix later.
Yeah. Star Wars, what I like about it is the rebel concept. the oppressive imperial centralists versus the libertarian or freedom-oriented separatists, the rebels. And I'm for the rebels. So yeah, they're played as the good guys. Maybe they should have a Star Wars movie where the rebels are called terrorists, and then we'd be able to reflect on it from a different angle.
And one interesting point about Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica, it's kind of similar to Shenmue and Silent Hill, was that the number of special effects caused the delay in the release. So Battlestar Galactica had so many special effects, like Shenmue had so many special effects. They started before Star Wars and started before Silent Hill, but the movies with, you know, fewer special effects, more of a straightforward story, got to market sooner and got all the you know, publicity.
Now we're going down, 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 down. We just entered a morgue, and now we're down who knows where.
Ooh.
So it's really creepy to think that we're just going down, down, and we don't even know where we're going.
Yeah. Another hole? Do I really need to go down it?
Is that what you said on the day you had to record all of that? Another hole? This time you're laying on your chest, on your stomach. I must have hurt.
Yes. You got a question. Did you work on Shenmue, Dave?
Yeah, that's why I know, because we started before, but there were like 300 characters, so it took 3 years to make. And I heard the same thing happen with Battlestar Galactica. There were over 300 special effects, so it took a lot longer to make.
And there were a lot of voice actors for Shenmue, yet you still voiced at least 10 characters, I'm sure.
Would you visit a real Silent Hill if there was a Silent Hill? Would you ever go there?
Sure.
Dave would go.
Silent Hill theme park.
Take
Dave
your
would
chainsaw.
go. David, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go.
What would be your weapon of choice?
I like the shotgun,
Yeah, I think I'd go with the shotgun too.
but I also do own a chainsaw.
I think, yeah, a shotgun would probably be the best, as long as you have a lot of ammo for it.
All right, so someone's asking me to do the chainsaw scream.
Oh, no.
Because Dave did his vomiting. Now, if I do the chainsaw scream, there's a good chance I'll mess up my voice. But
everyone in the office will think you're
Okay, here we
dying.
go. If I don't get it right, don't think less of me, all right? Ah!
I think you broke that mic.
Did I go level over?
Yeah, it was a little overboard.
Suitable distortion.
All right, we're going to let it go there.
No, people love that. So right here is a labyrinth. None of it makes sense. We don't even know where it leads. Ah! Everyone loved it. Look at the chat go wild.
Dave and I are working on a short film that is called.
Are you sure you want to tell them?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's called The End of Never, and we shot the footage for it. I would say we've got 85% of the footage shot recently.
Wow.
And my son appears in it and plays a critical role, and he's a professional actor.
Nice.
And quite a number of people I knew when I lived in the States appear in it as well. It's kind of a road movie sci-fi thriller, and our goal is to cut it into a short, possibly just. It depends on what we're able to get out of the footage, but it might end up just a trailer for the film, or it may end up being the whole first episode of something.
I'm letting you know that the scene is going on. The big part right here.
Okay, I'll shut up. All right.
Stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me?
Although I am very interested in your movie.
It
And I'm
chased
sure
us to
everyone
the
else is
elevator.
too.
And then
James, what are you talking about?
just before. Don't you remember?
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got
Her performance here, I have to say, is just so good.
So good.
Yeah. She flips between two different characters throughout the whole scene.
Oh, she does that so well. It gives me goosebumps watching it.
You were always
Yeah.
so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Mm.
So she sounded like Mary, but now here she's back to Maria.
You said you took,
Oh, wait, after that.
but you forgot that video tape we made.
How does she know that if she's not Mary, you know? Makes you wonder.
Wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that?
How do you know about that?
Aren't you Maria?
Aren't you? Yeah, this
I'm
is a
not
great scene.
Mary.
I love this one.
Oh, I'm not your Mary. Whoa.
That's why I did this
So-
scene. You know, I stole those lines for the holiday video that I posted. Not this
I am.
most recent one, but the one before. I always wanted to play that part.
Yeah.
That's such a good,
All I want
such
from
good
you is
writing
an
there, and
answer.
such a twisting back and forth between the two characters. The way she did it.
The way you deliver that line, it's like you're talking to your kids. All I want from you is an answer.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a few places.
See?
Hold on a sec.
I'm real.
Oh God, I'm melting.
Don't you want to touch me?
I like how in the mocap you're just melting literally
No.
into her hand.
Come and get me.
There are a few places
Anything to
where
make
James
buzz.
reveals a little
Okay,
violent
stay right there.
nature.
I'll
A
be
little
there soon.
some anger comes out, and his potential for violence is revealed. Those were rich. I liked doing those. Other than that, he's kind of in that wooden frame where he's just repressing everything, and it's hard
I know.
to put too much into the dialogue. What's he going to do? Shoot her? Did you shoot her? Dusty.
No, I hit the wrong button.
I'm like, I'm digging on Maria in that scene, and then now you're shooting her. What was that? A padded room?
Ugh.
I never leave home without my wooden plank.
I have to go back up because I missed something. Wire cutters.
Do we need to save again?
No, we're fine. It's just right here.
Spit in my glass, did you?
That's great.
That picture.
M. Laz himself. That's very good. Thank you for posting that. I love this guy. But don't spit him in the glass.
He's actually the guy I stream on this channel
You can
all the
step on
time.
my
with.
blue suede shoes.
The guy
Don't
posting
spit
the
on my
images. The guy posting the images. He actually streams on this channel with me. Usually, we're
Oh, yeah.
co-streamers. So, how impactful was it for you playing a psychopath? Was that pretty fun?
I didn't have as many days working on it as Guy did because he had a larger part, so I didn't have all of the details of the story to get the whole picture of it to the same degree he did.
Yeah.
But I think we could both sense that these guys were kind of onto something interesting. You know, they struck us as really creative guys, and because many you kind of get a stereotypical image of Japanese, salaryman wearing a tie and a briefcase and going to work, but these guys were, artists, and
So they were laid back more so.
yeah, and they were, and you could see they had something really kind of off the wall going on here, and sort of dark and spooky, but didn't have all the details of it at the time. So It was fun, and you know, there was meeting guys, people like Guy and the others was a lot of fun working with these actors as well. And the mocap was kind of in the early stages then, so it was exciting to work on a mocap.
Go. Kill that. Another.
It snuck up on me.
Run. Damn it.
Ooh. We got out of that one. We're okay.
Yeah, that was close.
Jeez, all you want is answers, and you just keep going from room to room. Where are we?
Hey, Bronze Fox is on here. Great to have you with us, Whitney. She wants to know which area of Silent Hill do you like best? Silent Hill 2 do you like best? Which area do you like best?
Me?
I don't know who she's asking. She didn't say.
Okay, which area?
Which area do you like best, Dusty?
Well, I think that probably this room that's coming up right now.
You know, I
this
like
room
this
right
the
here.
best too. So far, this is the one that I think is. Oh, jeez.
Now you see a paper or newspaper covering the wall or the door,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
That's pretty gross.
But then once
And
you
then-
get inside, it's like, what is this room?
We're back to Angela. Yeah, this room is the freakiest. And someone asked earlier which monster I like the best, and actually, I thought this was the most twisted, freaky, scary thing I had ever seen.
Where's my shotgun? I need my shotgun.
Run! Oh, man.
I have to heal.
Yeah.
Equip. Reload.
Okay.
All right, we're all set now.
Well, I'm glad you're playing this. I wouldn't have a clue. Just run.
Bam!
There's some blood on the floor.
But this is the monster that freaks me out the most. It looks like a frog or something. It's Did
Hit
we
the
die?
map button. No, I hit the map button again.
Oh, okay.
Because in these games, so that the enemies... Well, I'm just used to survival horror games of the past, where you actually have to wiggle and mash buttons. Wiggle the stick and mash buttons to escape their grasp.
Oh.
So that's how you actually get away from them, is mash buttons. Oh,
Oh,
no!
th- This guy's called Abstract Daddy. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's Angela's monster.
Oh, he's Angela's monster. Ooh.
Yeah, she's creating this monster out of her own psyche.
Oh, so she's a real person.
Yep. And if you look really closely, it's really disturbing, but there is a lot of sexual innuendo with that monster. Basically, it's supposed to reflect or look like two people on a bed.
Coupling.
Yeah, coupling. Yeah.
Oof.
It's pretty
so she's-
disturbing.
It's like
It's supposed to go into
incest
her
or something.
past and, you know,
Yeah.
what has happened to her in her past.
Now, this scene we did shoot together, unlike the one on the staircase. You see? And I think it came out really well because we were together.
So what do you want then? Oh, I see. You're trying to be nice to me, right? I know what you're up to. It's always the same.
Yeah, you know,
You're only after
we don't want to go back and reload our save from the past.
Okay.
Why? Go ahead and say it.
Here, let me check my map while you attack my head.
Every time my head is getting attacked, I go to the map. I don't know why.
These fans are relentless.
Getting
Dusty,
strangled. Here, time to pull up the map.
You better not make a mistake. You've got
Did she actually do that dry heaving in front of you?
160 people watching.
It's so weird to see Donna Burke there dry heaving in front of you, huh?
Mm. Don't touch me!
Make me sick.
Now, someone's written in, which ending do you like the best? And I like the leave ending the best. Which ending do you like the best, Dave?
either that or the water.
The water? How about you, Dusty?
Well, in water, because I feel like that's the most true ending.
Okay.
And you agree with me? You think that's probably the most true ending?
Yes.
Well, I
don't
think
think it's
that's.
the best
I wouldn't
ending.
describe it that way, but I would say it's probably the most beautifully rendered
I know.
ending. I think the guys put the most effort into it, and so But again, I think they made a serious effort to allow each of the different endings to have
That's ridiculous.
similitude and to be satisfying for the player. So it's not really fair to say there's one true ending or one canon ending. They're all there for you. They're all there for the player. However, having said that, I do believe Team Silent put more love and care into the in-water ending than the others.
I have to say, I know a lick of Japanese, but you know what I happen to have? I have the Silent Hill 2 official novel. They actually made it into a novel in Japanese. Did you know that?
I read the translation. I read parts of someone who translated it. So I read the bit of the translation of it, yeah.
Now, I have to say, they go with the in-water ending in the novel, and it's official, Konami approved with the Konami logo on it.
Oh,
So
there you
I'm
go.
wondering if that's because they felt it was the true ending. I don't know.
Pull on that rope.
Okay, so here's a puzzle here that I think is really amazing. And it rhymes, and it's really fun to read, so you should go ahead and read it.
All right.
It's right here. Now, we're in this room with a bunch of nooses, and we're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right.
Dead men, swinging in a tree. How many dead men do you see? Tongue turned blue and face gone gray. Watch them as they twist and sway. The first one killed the butcher man, then cooked him in the frying pan, served him to his hungry guests, and gave them seconds on request.
Sounds like cannibalism a little bit.
The next one, with his smile and sweets, stole poor children off the streets. To men who dressed unsavory, he sold them into slavery. Oof.
Wow.
Then, breaking into a home at night, the thief, he had a nasty fright, filled his foolish head with ale, woke in the morning in the county jail. Sweet. The artist, with his daunting skill, tried his hand at painting bills, but caught in rain he was undone when the ink he'd used did start to run.
Counterfeiter.
Yeah. With promises of great return, taking gold he did not earn, bundled it up out of sight, quietly slipped off into night. 3 houses into ashes burned. The sheriff, with no place to turn, did spy a stranger to his town, locked him up and beat him down. Dead men, swinging in a tree. How many dead men do you see? 6 feet long, 6 men wide. Round their necks the noose be tied.
It's a puzzle. Now, the person that you're supposed to pull the noose on, you're basically freeing. And we're supposed to spot in that puzzle who was the innocent one. And
wow.
And it says a stranger was found in the town. They threw him into jail.
And beat him down. The drunk.
Beat him down.
Yeah.
No, it's the arsonist because of the fires.
Oh.
They had no one to blame. So they
I
found
see.
this guy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, I have to say, on hard and extra hard difficulty, those puzzles are just beautiful. They're Shakespearean. They got the Shakespearean style of writing with the 10 syllables and whatnot. Right. I pulled the wrong one. Which one's the arsonist?
They have notes on their faces.
This one, counterfeiting.
This man. Oh, okay.
Thievery. Hey, they changed it on me. They changed the positions.
Swindling.
Arson. There's the guy.
Phew.
So we got to go back to that other room and pull that noose.
Pulled that news because we got to let the arsonist was falsely accused. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep.
Got it.
Woo! Monsters sprung
man.
up on me.
Oh, good job.
Ah, there's 3 of them.
Oh, man. Will they still be there when we come back out?
Yeah. No, if we get the right noose, they'll be gone.
Oh, good.
So it's this one.
It's over there. No. Yes, that one. Do it. Run back.
Okay.
Oh, hey, someone posted a picture with the staircase. But that's not me.
That's not you there.
schmo.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't there.
Yeah, they did it without me. I know who that is too.
Oh, I know who it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And yep. Oh, it's going by so fast now. Somebody asked if I speak Japanese. もちろん日本語は大丈夫ですよ。何でもできる。
Nandeyo.
Mhm.
I have no idea what you said.
Mm.
He actually voiced the dog ending in Japanese. They wanted him to do it in Japanese, right, Guy?
Yes, they did. I didn't speak Japanese as well as I do now back then. So I had to practice it a bit then. I didn't really, and they were using colloquial Japanese, so I didn't really understand it at first. But by the end of the recording,
say it was you all along in Japanese.
僕の技です。でした。
Oh, that didn't really sound like how I remembered it, though.
Oh no, oh my. Talking to the dog. I thought you
Yeah.
said say it was mine, like me.
No, yeah,
Oh,
you say it to the dog.
Ah,
It was you all
yeah.
along.
Well, that was the word. Omae no se. The
Omae no se wa
se wa.
na,
No.
Yeah. Some omae no se wa.
What?
na tatinika.
Omae is a very casual way of saying you. Hey, you. It was your doing all
Mhm.
along. Omae no
I have to
se.
say that was the first Japanese I ever heard. Was you doing that dog ending?
Mm. It's not language I would use. And so my Japanese usually is business
And
Japanese.
look here, he's getting tormented even more.
Oh, she's like dead.
Yeah.
Oh, and look, she's got the skin disease now.
Yep, she's getting a little bit of it. So now it's like, more of Maria or Mary is coming out. And
We're linked.
tormenting
Is this a
him.
cutscene? Is he talking or is this just silent?
He's not talking. He's just grieving right now.
Ah, see, he's putting them together in his head. Wakarimasen. Sonan no watashi da.
Oh,
Audiobooks.
yeah, you should do audiobooks.
Yeah. We should do audiobooks. Audiobooks. What is it, like wet on the floor? Is that why we're splashing through it?
Yeah, it's I don't know what it is. It's some sort of catacombs with water, mud, and now we're in a little graveyard. And we're gonna save because I haven't saved in a while. This is a really important place to save. If everyone here knows what I mean. This is the hardest fight in the game, the hardest boss. Who is that?
Mala
It's Eddie.
Vale asked me if they described all the details that we were seeing, and the answer is no. They just told me like it's scary, or it's spooky, or it's something like that to describe the atmosphere, and then we had to just imagine it. They didn't paint a picture for us, as it were. Oh, get that. Yeah, we definitely need more
Yes,
help.
I'm gonna grab lots of health. We're gonna
Yeah.
need it.
If we're coming up on a big boss, pick up those items and save.
This is weird too because you can actually find Walter Sullivan's gravestone here.
Ooh.
That's
And
weird.
he's got, what is that, a box of shells? Grab that.
Shaka.
Shotgun shells.
Now there's 3 graves here. This is interesting.
Ooh.
The name on the tombstone.
Eddie Dombrowski.
And it's filled in. Actually, not really.
No.
Angela Orozco.
Oh, man.
And what's this
No,
one?
not James. Not James.
Oh! You're in trouble. Should we go down?
It's a really deep hole. What do you mean I'm going to jump down my own grave hole?
Yep.
No.
You have no choice.
No. How about no?
No choice.
Is this down in my grave hole?
Yep, this is down that grave.
I mean, how could little kids play this game? This is too scary.
Oh. This is getting spooky already.
Tell me about it.
Look.
I just jumped down into my own grave.
Look, it's a bloodbath. You see
It's
all the
got my
blood all over
name
the
on it.
walls?
Oh, this is like that scene in The Shining where all the blood comes out of that.
Yep.
Door.
Here we go. You know this scene.
And Davey, here we go.
This is really the most incredible psychopath performance I've ever heard. So,
Eddie, what are you doing?
What does it look like? He always busted my balls. You fat, disgusting piece of shit. You make me sick. Fat ass, you're nothing but a waste of skin. You're so ugly, even your mama don't love you. Well, maybe he was right.
Nice.
Maybe I am nothing but a fat, disgusting piece of shit. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you're smart,
Thanks.
dumb, ugly, pretty. It's all the same once you're dead.
And the corpse can.
I just love how you delivered that line.
From now on, if anyone makes fun of me, I'll kill him. Just like that.
Eddie,
This part gives me chills every time.
nuts? I knew it.
You too. You're just like him, James.
Hey, I
Hey.
didn't mean anything.
I didn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Don't hurt
I
me.
understand. You've been laughing at me all along.
You're the one with the gun.
Ever since we first met. I'll kill you.
Uh-oh.
It's all your fault, James.
Oh, but you guys are supposed to be friends.
That's right. Oh, he's
Oof.
got a shotgun.
Oof. Oof. He's about to shoot at me again. This part's hard.
Check the map.
No, not unless I'm getting strangled. Oof.
Could you like run a little bit, maybe?
It's hard because he's shooting at me.
Uh-huh.
Jeez, lay off the trigger. You got a trigger finger.
Just bum rushing.
All right,
Straight
let's
forward.
do this. Oh,
Now you shoot him. Get him
he
again.
has to reload. Oh, I have to reload. Oh, God.
There we go. Come on, Eddie. Come on, Eddie.
Come on, James.
It was a standoff. Bam, 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 bam.
Get him, James. Did I
This
get
is
him?
where all my health goes every time I play.
in the Eddie boss.
And look at all those corpses.
Is he dead now?
Nope, this isn't it. He
gotta
just
get him
left the
meat
room.
lock. That's right.
This is the next part here.
Oh, there's his son.
You know what it does to you, James?
Laz himself keeps posting these funny images.
Because of the way you look,
That's very clever.
after you've been laughed at your whole
I love Silent Hill 2 fans. They are so creative and sensitive
That's
and
why I ran away after I killed the dog.
warm,
Ran away like a scared
emotional.
bird. Yeah, I killed that dog.
Well, a lot of people
Silly.
can relate. A lot of people can relate to the story of this game. You know, at least one of these characters, they've had similar situations happen to them in their life. So,
Yeah, I've received a lot of touching personal letters from people over the years, and it really impressed me how meaningful this is to so many people, and it's given me greater respect for the genre and greater respect for this game in particular.
a lot of people escaped in this game, believe it or not.
Mhm.
And it's such a horrifying game, you know.
Yeah. I take it very my responsibility to this game and to the fans very seriously. I've always been very proud to have been a part of it. I feel proud to have been a part of it, and honored by their support. Now kick the crap out of him.
Time to party! Oh,
Oh, headshot, headshot.
Run around and shoot him from behind.
I can't get away.
Could you please move your
job.
ass, Dusty? Come on.
I can't help it. It's tank controls.
But, what's your controller?
It's my controller.
Your controller's sticky.
Ah, Oh, he's punching me.
Oh, hide behind the meat. Oh, get him, get him.
He's punching the meat. He's not punching me.
I think we're winning. We're winning.
We're doing good. We're doing good, guys.
Get him, get him.
Must be out of bullets.
Oh, you were doing great.
Going down,
Oh,
going
yeah,
down.
baby.
Oh,
Bye-bye, Eddie. Bye-bye.
yeah,
Sorry, man.
Eddie?
That must have been a fun fall for you.
Eddie?
yeah. They had a little mat to land on.
I killed a human being.
Oof.
As if it's the first.
Now, this performance here, he wasn't laying on the ground, was he?
No.
As you did this?
Not that I recall. No.
And you guys were in so little scenes together. It's
unfortunate.
It's crazy that you guys are friends now, so many years later. It's
They were
probably
really
us.
good.
We're the ones that brought you together.
I see
Silent
now
Hill
he's
fans.
starting to
Oh, we
figure
went
it
out. We went out for dinner after the pizza scene in the bowling alley. I think, right? Remember? We went out to.
Oh,
had a
you
bite
get
to eat
yeah,
after that.
that's great.
Oh, right during the game. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah, I
Mm.
figured like, oh, Dave's got kids and he's married to a Japanese wife and he's an independent businessman and
Well,
we got a lot,
and
we got a lot of
that's
stuff in
when we-
common. We got a lot of stuff in common.
That's
Yeah.
when we both realized that our daughters, we had taken our daughters to the audition,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
so that was kind of a.
And then I found out he had a bike. Dave's got a
Interesting.
really nice.
Wait, so
motorcycle.
Dave, were you there auditioning for your daughter, or were you auditioning for both roles?
No, I was taking my daughter there to audition because her friend had talked about it. So
So you got the role because they were like, "Hey, why don't you audition for something?"
yeah, there was a little break. Somebody hadn't shown up, and I was just so the guy said, "Well, we got a little time." They were in 15 minutes slots. Would you like to audition? And I said, sure.
What do you know? So you both were chosen out of the blue. That's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. So then when we did the scene together and went for something to eat afterwards, and then we kind of compared notes and thought, well, that's kind of an odd coincidence that we both took our daughters there and then did roles. Yeah. So
That is crazy. Now you can rewatch the stream
coincidence.
afterwards and watch the chat. You can actually read the chat as you watch.
oh
I'm,
yeah.
I'm kind
You
of
can rewatch it.
kind of doing it, but there's a time lag between what you and I are seeing and doing and when it appears.
Yeah, there is that problem.
Which I wonder if I say something now,
They'll hear it in 30 seconds, probably.
do they see it before they've texted it? No, wait a minute.
No, but-
That's not possible.
But they've already asked us a question, so then like 30 seconds later, you
So
get
I'm
an
on a
answer.
little delay. Okay, so
Yeah.
all right,
That works okay.
Yeah, the delay's about a minute at most, probably
Minute?
30
Okay.
seconds.
all right.
Mm.
Yeah, right. That's
Of course,
what
our daughters weren't so happy.
Team
but-
Silent had a plan. They said, "Well, we'll hire the dads, the daughters we interviewed."
Well, but
No,
the odd thing was that
low odds on that one.
I
huh?
think it was fairly close to the end of the auditioning, from what I was told, and I believe like all the regular theater folks in town had been through there, and so I don't know.
they hadn't found what they wanted. Do you
Yeah,
think-
yeah. I
did you
think they
do
just
yours-
wanted real people instead of like these actors that would overact. Maybe
Did you do yours after I did mine? Were you serious
I'm not
when you
sure.
said that after they saw me, they thought that they should try more?
I have no idea. The
I wasn't
guy,
sure if that
yeah,
had happened.
I wasn't sure.
This was really weird because I have, I have a lake house and I have boats like this and I grew up around boats. So they're trying to tell me what to do to act out getting in and out of a rowboat.
And you're like, I
And I
know how
said-
to get out in and out of a rowboat.
No. They had no idea because none of them had ever been in a boat, obviously.
Well, they
Like,
live on
look,
an island.
Where'd the oars go? And I said, do I need to tie up the boat? They said, no, don't worry about it.
I think the oars are in the water somewhere.
Yeah, they're gone now. I said, don't worry about it so much. It'll just we'll work.
No
it
one's
out.
going to question
Fog,
it.
the fog will hide it.
He says 3 years, so it's been 3 years since he's been to this hotel.
Well, now the oars are back. Yeah.
So the oars stay on the boat.
Where are we now? At the Lakeview Hotel?
Yep, we're at the hotel. We're at the very, very close to the end. Probably about 10, 15 minutes.
Where am I
15
keeping
minutes.
that shotgun when I'm rowing the boat and stuff? I don't have a knapsack or anything.
Well, where are you keeping the shotgun, the handgun, all your healing items?
Yeah. Where is all that
It's
stuff?
that magic jacket, right? There's all these
Well,
internal pockets.
that is a joke. That's a joke in Silent Hill fans that have been going
Oh, I
around
see.
for a while. Is that he has a magic pocket? He just keeps everything
Magic
in.
pocket. Oh, look, your cat's in the
Yep.
scene.
Hi,
Hello,
kitty.
kitty. Hello.
She's a chubby cat,
Yeah.
but she's so cute.
So no, Maria's not with me any longer. Why is that?
Maria, well, you found her dead.
Oh, she's dead. Oh, well,
So the way he
that
thinks,
that would make it difficult.
for all he knows, she's dead. Because he went to the prison. Remember, she was in the prison room,
Yeah, right.
and he went there, and she was dead on the
did.
bed.
Okay, all right.
And now here's
How the
not
hell
either
did
of your
Laura-
daughter.
How the hell did Laura get over here?
You're here to find Mary, aren't you, James? Well, have you?
No. Is that why you're here too?
She's here, isn't she? If you know where she is, tell me. I'm tired of walking.
I wish I knew.
What's the number on
Say it in
people?
the letter.
What do we got?
What letter?
1,155.
Wow, that's a record so far.
1,160.
Okay.
Okay, new record. Setting records every
She
second.
was our nurse. I took it from her locker.
What's it like to go back and watch Silent Hill and see yourself? This is from PBP Live. And see yourself going through these events as James. Well, it's,
Can you read this
it's
after the
really
question?
it's fun, and I guess what I'm feeling right now is your Dusty's tremendous talent, Fungo's talent, being able to talk to me while he's playing this game and making it look so easy, because it's not easy to play this game. So I'm really
Multitasking.
I feel like I'm getting a free ride on, like the sparrow riding on the eagle's back here.
Well, there's a letter. This is the letter you've been going after since the beginning, remember?
I better read it. My dearest Laura, I'm leaving this letter with Rachel. Who's Rachel? To give you after I'm gone.
That was too
I'm
good.
far away now, in a quiet, beautiful place. I'll read this as Mary. Please forgive me for not saying goodbye before I left. Be well, Laura. Don't be too hard on the sisters.
That implies that she was an orphan.
And Laura, about James. I know you hate him because you think he isn't nice to me, but please give him a chance. It's true, he may be a little surly sometimes, and he doesn't laugh much. But underneath, he's really a sweet person. Laura, I love you like my very own daughter. If things had worked out differently,
You're making me
I was
tear up.
hoping to adopt you. Happy 8th birthday, Laura. Your friend forever, Mary. Monica didn't read that, did she?
She actually there is actually a file in the game files. They didn't use it in the game at the end, but there is a file where she actually read it.
She read that?
So she did read it. They put it in the game, but they didn't put it in the final product.
Oh, this is where he gets nailed with the reality. She's turned 8. So Mary couldn't have died 3 years ago. Is there sound at this part?
Yes, he's talking
Okay.
right now.
Oh, okay. I'll shut up.
Me and Mary talked a lot about Silent Hill. She even showed me all her pictures. She really wanted to come back. That's why I'm here. Maybe you'll get it if you see the other letter. The one Mary. Huh? I must have dropped
The
it.
other letter.
Laura.
I gotta find it.
So there's another letter.
Laura.
She's gonna go find it for me.
Yeah, and he lets her do it now. He knows that she's helping him.
Yes. Ooh, there's monsters. Gotta keep away.
You know, surprised. Oh God. Ugh. I hate those two-legged things. Four-legged things.
Yeah, they're actually inspired by an artist, Hans.
Yeah.
Hans something.
A photographer.
Yeah, a
He was
photographer. Yeah.
like whacking together old mannequins and
Yeah, you know
shooting-
who he is.
Herbie
Yeah.
Hancock video where they got the walking legs all animated and stuff. Wasn't that
Yeah.
Herbie Hancock video way back?
Isn't that another abstract daddy?
Yeah, they're common monsters. Now we're seeing a lot of them.
Well, you know what I'm impressed with? Just there really aren't as many monsters in this as I thought. I mean, they just pop up suddenly and scare you.
Yep.
The
And you want to
videotape-
avoid them.
I know, this is harsh. It's all coming through now. We must be getting close to the end, right? I get this videotape.
Yep, we're getting the videotape. It's only going to be a matter of maybe 10 minutes.
Oh, gosh. Right, so these monsters, there aren't quite as many as I imagined there were. And you're just running around them. That helps a lot, too.
Yeah, definitely.
They don't like all pile up and aggregate as we move forward.
No.
They seem to leave us alone once we run away.
If I was playing this on hard difficulty, they actually animated the monsters to move faster. So the monsters move faster depending on the difficulty.
Mm.
And it's terrifying when you're playing on hard.
Oh, God. This is where I find the tape?
No, there's a lot of keys and puzzles you have to get to before the tape.
I'll just...
But we use the fish key here to open
All
up
right.
a briefcase.
Well, you do this part. I'm going to look at some questions.
Yeah, let's answer some questions. Good.
And then you keep playing, but stop me when we get to the watch the video part, because I want to shut up for.
I'm going to need this. Questions. I want to know, what do you think of the bullying themes with Eddie, and what do you think he should have done instead?
Bullying themes with Eddie?
Yeah, what do you think? Well, he was getting bullied, I guess, in his past. Yeah, I guess this is for Dave. What do you think of the bullying themes? And how do you think he should have dealt with it instead of murdering people? Get a therapist, maybe.
Well, yeah, I
Helps
guess. But I think everybody can sort of relate to that at some point in their life. They've been mistreated or bullied, or they know a close friend who has, and you know, you don't think rationally. It's just you sort of think, you lash out, revenge. You know, you've been hurt or mistreated or felt like you're worthless. So they tried to portray that aspect in the character, I guess, and to explain why he would, you know, react the way he did.
Guy, having lived in Japan for so long, are there certain cultural elements you feel go unnoticed by people in the rest of the world? Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. There are cultural elements that people who've lived here 15 years don't grasp. It really depends on how aware you are and how inquisitive you are. Plus, you need to keep in mind that the local residents are not forthcoming to foreigners about their culture. They don't really like, oh, well, let me tell you what it's like to be
Let
an
me tell you
American.
everything.
Yeah, oh, I'm an American. Let me tell you what everything I
Oh,
ever
look.
thought in my
We got
head
help.
ever. Let me tell you now. So Japanese are very happy to just sit there and not say anything and be with you for an hour or so, and they won't ever say anything. So, and then if you start asking them questions about their culture, sometimes they're not even really aware of it, but it's just the way it is. It's like the air. It's there. I don't think about it. Now, there was a question went by, and I thought it was a good one. So it was from Michelle Maybell was replaying someone else's question. And the question was, how many times did we mocap and video the different scenes before they were done? And the answer is, in my case, 5 or 6 takes minimum for each scene. And it was rare that one would be considered perfected in just 1 or 2 takes.
Yeah.
These are the cut scenes involving dialogue between the players. So now that doesn't mean the last one was necessarily the best. Sometimes the first one was the one we went with. But we worked it out as we went along. We were feeling our way through it. There wasn't a fixed angle on it. We were kind of experimenting with how we would present the feeling, how we would embody that in the line and in the body language. So it took a couple of times to get it right. That's why I felt like I had really, when we walked into the recording studio, it was only 3 days of voice recording. That was a very small part of the job.
So how do you guys feel that your performances as James and Eddie is getting remembered so well this many years after? You still have such a huge fan base for a game that came out in 2001. So.
Well, my ego is very happy, and my now mature mind is very humbled and thankful for that, for your kind attention.
And as a part of that, when did you actually find out that there was such a huge fan base for Silent Hill in America, or in all of the world, basically? There is such a huge fan base. When did you find out? Do you remember?
Well, I told him because he didn't even know.
That was my nephew said, "Oh, I think Silent Hill 2 is better than 3." I was like, "Oh, okay."
I found out because someone told me. They said, "You may not know this, but this game has really impacted a lot of people. It's really moved a lot of people who've played it. It's very important to them." And that caught me off guard.
Yeah. Did you know that it was going to make an impact like it did? Did you have any idea?
None at all.
For all you knew, it could have just slipped under the radar.
All I knew is that it was a story that touched dark places in my heart from my personal experience, my difficulties. And I am very much like James, so it was easy for me to do.
Well, I think that they wrote the personality I think they took from you guys, to be honest. Like, from your performances, that's where they got the personality for these characters.
Okay. But
like they did, I don't think they had a really preset idea of what personality. I know that in the auditions they were looking for someone that met certain qualifications for what they were looking for. But I think you guys put a lot of your personality into those characters. I can tell.
And what happened is, because we were acting together for many of the scenes, the excitement level and the effort was multiplied by that. Because with the other person there, Monica in particular, in my case, pushing me to be better because she was so good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, having those creative talents around, it definitely helped, or those just the talents around people that are in the business, it really helped push you into second gear and get you to put your all into it.
Exactly. And if we had gone in, and Dave has explained this before, a lot of these games, you go in and it's 3-4 hours in a recording studio and you're gone.
Yeah.
So for us, having played it out and then tried to perfect it to the point where people in the studio were crying, watching us act it out, we knew we were getting close to something meaningful. Like the people watching this today, they can call up those emotions when these scenes occur that they had from the first time they saw it. Ooh, kill that thing.
I don't have a gun. I had to put it on a shelf.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they actually strip you of all your items for this part.
That's meaningful, huh? You're getting stripped down to the end here.
Hey, Forgotten Ghost, can you post your question again? Because I saw a really good question.
Okay.
Forgotten Ghost.
So, where was I?
Oh, his question was, what was it like working with Team Silent? Those are the original creative minds. I mean, and also, I guess my question is, did you see him on set a whole lot? And who was the most frequent one you saw on set?
Well, we talked about that earlier in the stream.
Yeah, we kind of did, didn't we?
It was not Ito, the other fellow. Saito, is it?
Yeah.
He came.
Sato. Yeah.
Sato came every day while I was working, and Owaku came.
And
only
Sato knew a little English, so he spoke a little English with you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, he gave us some
Yeah.
direction.
Okay.
He was, and I enjoyed talking to him. So I've learned more about them after the game was finished through fans and forums and YouTube than I knew about them during that time. But I did like them. I liked talking to Sato. He was very sincere, and he took the time to explain things when I asked. He also made it clear he didn't want to tell me too much because it would perhaps throw it off that I knew the ending or something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to spoil the emotions, I guess, in your scene, in your acting, because knowing beforehand is different than the raw emotion.
Yeah, where is all this electricity coming from in the town?
Well, we got what we were obtaining is items for a puzzle. We got 3 music boxes, and those 3 music boxes we place. I'll show you. We place it at the end of the stairs here. Now, this hotel really reminds me of the hotel in The Shining. I'm sure you've seen that movie.
Yeah.
I think that's where they got a lot of the inspiration for the hotel. But this is a music box where we put the music boxes into.
There's a question. Someone's asking whether we know what the first and third games are about. And I know a little about the first game and a little about the third game, and that's about it. And I won't even attempt to tell you what I think I know about them because I'll probably just sound stupid. But there's this really nasty woman named Alyssa in the first one who's a witch, but she's kind of a tragic character in herself because she's also being controlled. And there's a
she's a burn victim for 7 years, kept alive and barely healing. She doesn't
something
heal
like that. Yeah. And you play a character who's looking for someone who's missing, and that's Silent Hill 1, and then the Silent Hill 3 has Heather in it, I believe, right? She's the protagonist is a woman.
Yep. Actually, the actress that plays her was named Heather. They took her name.
Right.
Because they didn't know what to name her, so they named her Heather Morris, which is her name.
Oh, this is the music box puzzle now?
Yep.
Okay.
We got a Cinderella, Snow White, and a Little Mermaid music box to put in here.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
that's one piece of furniture, huh?
Yeah, I know. I would love to have that.
Yeah, that is really cool. I'm surprised that Stephen Yount hasn't mocked that one up.
I can imagine that would be really hard to make. So now we play the music box, and it plays this really haunting song. Hey, that's a good picture post. I like that picture. You should make that your profile image.
Were there any scenes that were uncomfortable to perform?
I guess you mentioned earlier about the character based on your personality.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I had 2 little girls, about 2 and 5 years old. It was my eldest that I went to the audition with. So I'd come home and they'd be like hugging me and stuff, and I'm thinking, oh man, I was just doing this really weird psycho acting stuff, this killer guy, and so that was very, very different than my personality at the time, which made it challenging and interesting, but no, my character was very, very different from my personality at the time. So it was interesting, but yeah, challenging to try and imagine. Because I guess if you're bullied, you might think, oh, I'd like to kill that guy, but you sort of fantasize in your head you're not going to really get a gun and do it. But in Eddie's case, he did.
You know where we are?
Oh gosh, yeah. And
Memories here, huh?
I'll quickly say that for me the difficulty was not doing the scenes. It was stopping, like Dave said. When I went home, sometimes it would take several hours to come off of it, to become personable again, instead of brooding and dark and angry. So, I made an effort to become the part, and it was hard to not be that way. So sometimes I wouldn't go straight home afterward, because you'd be kind of not so friendly. Okay, so now we should watch this, right?
Mm-hmm. This is the videotape.
The big reveal.
I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James?
And there she's coughing.
Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. This part is really hard.
Why'd you have to do it, James? Why?
I'm sorry. I really...
Oh no, James is forcing Mary to read his map.
I mean, I can't... Go to the map. Go to the map.
We can escape this. Just go to the map.
Go to the map. I can't... I really cannot explain what happened. I just feel it, but I can't put words to it. They won't do justice. It happened.
This resulting scene, I think, is probably the most emotional part, is because then he has to explain to Laura what he did, and try to get a little girl to understand, that you were doing a mercy killing. Good luck. I don't know how you would explain that. You can't explain that to the authorities. They'll be like, "Oh, mercy. Oh, you were just being nice. Okay, well, you don't have to go to jail."
I would never admit to it as that. I would hope someone might grant me that grace to think of it as euthanasia.
But also, yeah, he was very, very frustrated.
I cannot honestly say that I felt that way about it. I felt
rage, a little bit angry.
I felt like I was drowning, and there's a great song by
So there you are, James.
She's a Brick, and I'm drowning slowly off the coast and going nowhere. It's by I was drowning, and Mary was taking me with her, and James selfishly didn't want to die, and he escaped by killing her, and now he's living with the remorse from that, and he either leaves and somehow deals with it by giving his love and attention to Laura, as Mary asked, or he kills himself to atone for that. And there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just tragic.
He says it's Ben Folds 5.
Ben Folds 5. Yeah, that song really hit home for me. It always grabs my heart. I don't know if you've heard it before or know what it's about. But
hearing this girl scream, "I hate you, I hate you, I hate you," that must have been really hard.
Actually, no, because I hated myself at that moment, and it made it easier, because now I could. The hate for me is external, and that's easier to deal with than self-loathing. So that was actually a relief to have it finally expressed that way. And that's why he doesn't try to change her feelings about him. He doesn't try to say, I'm not a bad guy. He just takes it.
Isn't here.
That line has always held more meaning than I understand. The Mary you know isn't here anymore. That implies that she's still here, but she's not. Oh, well, because he's been seeing glimpses of her? No. He hasn't seen a glimpse of Mary yet, has he? So how does he know she's there? Ah, the radio? The little
Yes, the radio.
flashes of her voice on the radio, and there must have been some clues that only Mary speaking through Maria. He must have a feeling she's there. He's on to this now. He knows it, and he knows that she's there metaphysically, tormenting him or calling to him or whatever.
Basically, he's at the point where he understands and accepts what he did.
Yeah, here she is. This is Mary's voice, right?
Yep. Do you hate me?
But he gets tricked again. I mean, there's a monster that is Mary, right?
Pretty much in his mind, yeah. He created this monster.
This is the one who was killing him. The one, when she morphs into that beast, that's where he saw her in dying in with her disease and wanting and killing him at the same time. That's how she manifests as the monster here.
Yeah. He kind of saw her as a leech, kind of leeching away his life, and I guess in a way he kind of was a little selfish, right?
I won't say that it's very complicated, but I won't describe her as a leech. I mean, his whole life revolved around her. So that it's almost like he was a leech on her.
Oh.
But she's dying. The host is dying. And he's dying with her, and he has to cut it off. Otherwise, he's going to perish. And then he's like totally adrift when she's gone and meaningless. Now, if he transfers the meaning of his life to Laura, then he can survive and continue. But if he doesn't, he's got to go for a swim.
Yeah.
To put it, in humorous terms. It's very heavy stuff. Very heavy.
Sometimes you can't just be told how that feels. You got to have some sort of situation in your life to connect it to.
Yeah, which is why when I hear from fans who've survived trauma in their own life and found solace in the game, I'm deeply moved and respectful. Yeah, it's heavy stuff. And if anyone sees that come through in the performance, I'm doubly grateful, because it's hard to. I mean, look at these graphics are not real. These are pretty early on. They were high grade at the time, but compared to what you can see on a screen now in terms of facial tics and inflections and little.
How'd you feel about the character of James after you found out he was a murderer? And was it? I mean, at the time, you didn't really have anything to connect it to, did you?
I don't view him as a murderer. I just don't.
You didn't back then either.
I don't now, and I didn't then, and so that tells you a little about my psychosis or my problem, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people. I know some fans have gotten angry at me for saying things that, like, I don't feel like I murdered her. Maybe I can't face that. Maybe I'm not willing to accept that.
Here's the infamous Stairs of Fire part with Angela that you weren't really there. Acting separately. But it's such a beautiful scene. This one gets me every time.
Yes, it is.
Now, it looks like she's staring at one of those door creatures on the wall, which is really interesting.
Now, that was me going up the stairs. I did the mocap for that.
Maybe then.
Were you sick on this day?
No.
Mom, why are you running away? You're not my mama. It's you. Oh. I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Oh, was it hard to separate yourself from the character, or could you compartmentalize it?
Yes, it was very hard to separate myself from the character. That sometimes it would take several hours after the shooting day was done to get out of it.
But I wish
it was surprising because going into the recording studio,
Mom said it.
and then leaving the recording studio, I didn't have that lingering
No,
Uh,
Angela, that's wrong.
confusion about who I was. But when we were doing it physically, acting it out on the mocap,
No.
it was harder to get out of
Don't
character.
pity me. I'm not worth it.
I like this camera angle where you're kind of seeing through his eyes.
Will you love me?
Yeah,
Take care of me.
and this is
Heal
this is
all
harsh,
my
right?
pain.
that comes right down to that. You're gonna now try and
Are
connect
you gonna heal me? Are you gonna make me
Right.
better? Well, if
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
then I'm going. See ya.
and push that through to Mary's thinking too.
Yeah.
Right? Connect the pieces here.
Mhm.
Oh, God, I mean, Oaku, great job, man.
He's a brilliant actor, but he watches a lot of movies too. I mean, he's a brilliant writer, but
Yeah,
he watches a lot of movies too, so he gets a lot of ideas from various things.
No,
various
I
sources.
really like the way I said that. No, I won't. That one I remember when I've heard it
Saving it for yourself.
again,
Yeah.
and this one too.
No,
Oh, it's
Those-
good.
kill myself.
Those get very real. There's no acting at all. It's just I'm just being. No act. Didn't have to think.
Is it harder to do acting in a studio when you're actually in front of a microphone but not real actors doing
That's
these lines?
that's the talent, right? That's where the
the
practice,
challenge.
skill, and experience comes into play, where you're able to just be
It's hot as
the
hell in
part,
here.
Poor
and not-
Angela.
not concern yourself with technology
too.
clunking around you or whatever.
I like your line there. It's hot as hell in here.
Always like this.
And I think this is more of a symbolic nature. It's always like this for her. Pretty much her world's like always on fire. That's how she sees it. So it's kind of really sad when you think about her and what she might have gone through before this
Right.
game, or
Very
before.
much.
They just put so much back history into her character.
Now it's interesting that scene occurs after he's come to the recognition that he's
Yep.
killed Mary, and
It's time to end this.
yeah, it's time to end it. So I do think there's a lot of crossover between Angela's torment and the torment of James and Mary, and I don't mean James or Mary. I mean them as a couple. Their
Yeah.
torment together is linked to her torment in a way. In some way. I'm not smart enough to figure out what it is, but I just know that it's always hot in here.
This is the last door.
Are we going to save it before we go in, or?
Of course.
Okay, good.
I don't want to give anyone a heart attack. I feel like I'm going to get the leave ending too. Hey, here we go. And this is the final act, the final. You're going to witness Maria you're tortured yet again, getting murdered. This would be the third time you see her die. So it's like Mary replaying over and over again.
Yeah.
Leave us both the hell alone!
Now, I say
Yeah.
she must use a lot of hair gel for her hair to stand perfectly straight like that.
Now, right. Now, in terms of making an effort, this was one of the days where there were only two people in the studio, me and the person taking these.
Oh, really?
And he had brought the instructions for what scenes to shoot,
I was weak.
and it was really bizarre because
That's why I
it was
needed
so
you.
minimalist. Only me and this
Someone
one
punished me
person,
for my
it seemed.
sins.
Or might have been a technician who was over on
That's all over now.
the computer.
I know the truth.
But to
Now it's time to
to do that
this.
all alone with there were no creatures or anything.
Now, quick question before I die. Do you see a game like this as art?
This game, yes, sure.
Because, there's a huge
'Cause
debate.
I mean,
There's a
how
huge
many-
debate whether or not video games are art.
Is it 15 years now or 14 years?
Yeah.
We're still talking about it, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say.
If it wasn't art, then I don't see any other reason.
I thought
Just
these guys
everything.
I thought these guys just killed each other.
Woohoo.
No? You have
Nope,
to actually.
nope. No, you actually have to fight them before they kill each other. They
And
kill
is this-
themselves
After you kill them.
when he realizes he doesn't need them anymore.
Ah.
So they off themselves. But this is the struggle right here. Is realizing, coming to terms that he needs to punish himself, I guess that's...
And so you're using the rifle now.
Yeah, and it's slow and sluggish.
Oh.
shouldn't
Shotgun
be
is
using
not
it.
as effective.
Shotgun would probably be better.
Get the map.
Pull the map out.
Get the map, Dusty.
All right. Let's
Yeah, now you're talking.
do shotgun.
Yeah, we got all those shells. Yeah.
It's nice and fast. It's got a good
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah.
I remember in the holiday video, you explained it pretty well.
Yeah, we don't want to prolong their pain. Put them out of their misery.
Short range.
I always liked that rug in that scene. That was a nice rug.
I have to say, Dave, people really like that part where you said, "Ow, those nails are sharp."
Oh yeah, that was great. That was a great line.
They really like that.
It looks like somebody was.
Oh,
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
they're ganging up on me. Ganging up on me.
Set the pick. Oh, wait.
I'll use the ampoule.
Reload. Reload.
Relieves pain. That's what we need.
Mm.
Woohoo. Ooh, right in the chest.
Monster spray, man.
Do you think the story would be any different if James had a smartphone with him?
Yes, it would be. Any game, any horror movie is different because of that.
Okay.
I just gotta keep healing every 5 seconds.
So at the time that this came out, what was the scariest movie you'd played?
Oh, movie or game?
Sorry, game or scariest movie scene, scariest game you'd played.
Well, the first Silent Hill. But before that, Resident Evil.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Have you guys heard of Resident Evil?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the scariest games before this. I don't even know what I'm firing at.
Yeah, I was wondering if you just shoot like that, do you hit them?
I'm hoping that they die soon.
I'm hoping they die soon, too. This is really making me tense.
I have to keep healing.
Are you seeing something on your health level that I'm not seeing? Is there a display that's showing you how
Oh yeah,
close you
there
are
is
to
a
death?
display in the menu. It's the color. It's the color of the corner picture. there.
Oh, okay.
See, it's
okay.
red and flickering. It means you need
Yeah.
to heal.
That's a bad thing.
That's how I find out.
We're down to one health drink here. We better dispatch these things.
Oh, not doing so good. Oh, I don't remember you guys being so tough. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out the handgun. Handgun is faster, so
I may not be very, experienced at these matters, but I wouldn't go so far into the corner before I turn and start shooting. I'd want to leave a little room to back up and run around them. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Bob and weave.
Yeah, bob and weave, yeah. Okay, now come forward a little bit and blast them. Yeah.
Ah! No.
Now run. See, that's working
There you
better.
go.
And now
Now
you're
you
working.
got it.
Just don't get too cornered in the back, because then you're...
Yeah, they can
Because
trap
there's
you.
no way for you to get around them. Now's the run. There you go. There you go. Look at that. We're helping Ace.
Yeah.
I don't remember him being so tough.
Run.
That's
Oh
it,
yeah, now
that's it.
you're
Move
doing
before he
it.
can stab.
Bob and weave. Bob and
Whoa,
weave.
whoa,
Shoot him
whoa,
up.
whoa.
All right, shoot him. Run.
Oh, I'm reloading. I got stuck reloading. Oh,
That's
we
okay.
got out of there.
You got
Slippery.
out of there, right? You missed.
Oh my.
Run.
Well, I guess this shows his struggle to accept and come to terms with what he did.
Don't think so. Don't think so much. More shooting, less thinking. See, that's good advice from James. Don't think too much.
Reload.
Just do it. Oh. Don't think too much about it.
I'm out of bullets. How did this happen?
You're out of bullets.
Run! James, run!
Oh, man.
How
What
is
do we
this
do
possible? Well, we're switching to the shotgun and gonna heal again. I don't remember them being so tough either. Everyone in the chat is like, what's going on?
They must know that I'm here. They sense my presence. The bastards.
Maybe they really want to off you. Now
Use
it's
the
time.
Force. Use
They
the
got-
force.
They got a
Dusty.
second chance to end it. Oh my god. Those guys. Those red pyramid guys.
Aim lower, you're hitting him in the head.
I may not know much about this, but it says it's better to reload from the menu.
Yeah, it is, but it takes so long to get into the menu.
I see.
What the?
Run, run, run! Oh, God. You're making me squirm here.
Why are they so hard?
I like the way they walk. They kind of wiggle when they walk, giggle when they talk. Ooh.
Sometimes they dance.
Make me run around, round, round.
I can't believe this.
Run!
This is
Good
crazy.
run. Oh, that was
Good
nice.
move, good
Yeah,
move.
good to the left there.
Oh, we did it. We got him. They're going away now.
Finally.
Giving up, huh?
Woohoo!
Don't let him get away. Blast him.
No. They kill themselves now. They take their spiky things, stick it under their helmet, and stab themselves. I bet the first time you saw that happen, it was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, no one could figure out why they just turned around and killed themselves. But
Kill themselves.
after playing so many times, you realize, the deeper meaning behind it and why.
Right.
I have one health
Sorry.
drink, one first aid. I think I have one ample. So we're going to have a tough time here.
Are you supposed to pick up some
We're going to have to
more
fight.
things?
We're going to have to fight Mary at the end.
Yeah. But are you able to pick up any more items?
No, this is it.
You've run out of items?
I think we'll be fine, though, because I think I'll be fine.
You'll be all right?
I think so.
All right.
If not, then uh-oh.
Well, you know what they say. Sometimes shit happens.
I think we got it, though.
That's kind of a puzzle, huh? Opening this door with those little rubber
Yep.
balls.
You put those eggs. They're eggs. For some reason, the pyramid heads are holding eggs.
Ah,
You
yeah,
put
I
'em in
saw
the
you
door.
rip them out of their helmets. I thought that was pretty disgusting.
Now, here's the long hallway cutscene, the conversation you have with Mary.
Mary,
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Kyle Hyde 143 is asking, "Are you playing bad on purpose?"
Between the disease.
He's being mean.
All right, block that guy off the stream. All right, got
Block
that-
him.
What are you looking at?
Never allowed here
He
ever
doesn't
again.
want it to end.
Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone.
Can I offer you a nice
Well-
egg?
Soon anyway.
You probably didn't know
Maybe
this,
today.
but
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe today, maybe
Be
tomorrow.
oh yeah, that's right. There's dialogue happening.
Easier if they just kill me, but I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. Oh, this is Mary. Is she reading?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
still here?
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
told you
sorry.
to go.
Like we can't hear the voice.
Don't come back,
They can hear the voice,
James.
and now she's sad.
Wait.
Right. This is the part where
Don't
she's
go.
like, you get to hear her going through these
Don't leave
this
me
back and
alone.
forth, angry and berating.
You can imagine it must have been terrible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
she's such a good
toying.
actress.
Toying with him.
It almost makes you believe it actually happened. You know.
Yeah, like he can do something. Help me. It's all your fault. You should die with me. How about no? How about no? Ah,
This is it. This is the final fight.
Mr. F asks for any insight in James and Mary's background before her illness.
We have no idea. As fans, we don't know.
I would say that James is a quiet, kind of taciturn, introverted guy, and Mary is not flashy or bold, but she's manipulative,
Mm-hmm.
and they form a very tight bond and
When will you ever stop
enjoy
making that mistake?
being married to each other, but strangely don't have children.
You killed her.
So they've married,
Maria?
not because she was pregnant or any kind of compelling reason to, but they're attracted to each other, and they're a couple. They are, I think, what some people would describe this. I'm making this shit up. So as a kind of dysfunctional, functional
That's what you
couple.
wanted.
So Mary keeps James, and always has, by kind of manipulating him, by playing
Understand now.
different emotional games with him, and that's his life. He doesn't really have much beyond that. He's got an ordinary job,
To die too, James.
and when she gets sick and starts to die, I don't.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, good luck, man.
Oh boy.
Got to deal with moths.
This is going to be fun. All right. We can't take too much damage, but the moths, thankfully the moths don't do much damage.
Okay.
There's a glitch here where she can't hit you. And I'm going
Right.
to use it. I'm going to use
You
it to the
better
best.
use the glitch.
Ah!
Nice shot.
Yes! Round after round.
Yeah, watch out for that snaky thing. No, I
Man,
don't
this
think-
glitch never works.
I don't think Mary had malice in her heart or malice in her intent. I think she couldn't help it. She's just who she is, and James is who he is. And the disease is a third party in the
We did it!
relationship. And it causes it to dissolve.
Should I be so happy that I just killed Mary?
Well, that's the question that the creators probably wanted you to
Yeah.
ask yourself, right?
And you actually have to finish her off
Mhm.
while she pleads for her life. Which is the hardest part.
It is hard.
She's
It is
like
hard.
laying there pleading for her life, and you have to shoot her.
That's hard.
I missed the first shot, so I had to do it again. Okay. Here's the ending. We've been waiting for so long.
Ah, these were the best scenes to take. I mean, they were the richest. Now which ending do you think we're going into now? Can you tell already?
Leave.
Ah,
I could tell usually because they change the
James.
way the endings are.
okay.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
If you could hear this
Why I
right
did
now
it, honey. I just couldn't watch you
I
suffer.
hear it.
in your head.
Yeah.
No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die.
Yeah.
The
Heavy.
truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true,
We're at 4 hours
why
now.
do you look so sad?
I had no idea.
Hey, but we got 1172.
I have to take my daughter and my wife out at
The pizza.
so I've got another
Please do something.
30 minutes max. Do you think we can get there?
Oh no, this is then.
Oh, good. All right. No
Go
problem,
on with your life.
I think. Go on with your life.
You're forgiven, James.
Yeah, I like this ending. This is the ending I like.
Yeah, go on with your life, and he does.
See, she takes responsibility, realizes that she was killing me, and forgives me, which is her letting me go. And I like that ending. Because I don't want to take full responsibility for being the bad guy in this game.
And the other ending, she actually dies in front of you in the water ending. That's hard.
All you young
Sad.
people out there, I want you to remember every relationship you ever get in with a significant other is 50-50. And if you think for a minute that you're not responsible for something that happens, that you're the victim, you are wrong. All relationships, all duality relationships are 50-50. So in this case, I accept 50% responsibility for what happened. I do that in all the relationships. I try to do it in all my relationships. I don't really get how someone cannot recognize their role in something that happens to them. Now, okay, Guy, you're so unfeeling. What about rape? No, I'm not talking about that. That's a random act of violence that's horrible. I'm talking about couples who are in lasting relationships.
Every day
There's
consensual.
Yeah, they're playing out their karma together, and they even if they're passive, if that's their role, their passivity is their 50% contribution to the outcome. So anyway, take that or leave it. I don't want to lecture. I'll just say that's how I view things, and I viewed this game that way.
Now, a lot of these people here in the stream have played this in their childhoods, believe it or not. A lot of these people played it when they were like 13, 14, 15. And I think they learned a lot throughout the years, and that's probably why it sticks so much in their minds, because now when they're going through adulthood, they're finding so many things. Like, they're learning so many things that now they're getting a little bit more insight and learning a little bit more about Silent Hill 2 as they get older.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're only things that you can understand after you've been in a relationship that fell apart and almost, made you suicidal. You really have to have experienced these things before you can reflect on them, which is great. Hey, there you go. There's more value in this game that it means different things to people at different ages and different levels of experience. Yeah, when I first learned I was going to die, I didn't want to accept it. I was angry all the time and struck out at everyone I loved most, especially you.
And I struck
That's
out
why
at
I
everyone
understand.
I loved most.
Is she talking now? Am I talking over
Yeah,
her?
she's talking.
All right, sorry.
This is her long letter, but
Yeah,
I heard that the studio, everyone was in tears after she was done with this recording
Yeah,
session.
and one take.
In one take.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I want you to know this, James.
And I'll always love you.
Oh, thanks, Guy. I'll remember that.
No, not you, Jessica.
Oh.
Even
Mary.
though
I'll love you too.
have it end like this.
Our life together
still
had to end like
wouldn't trade
this. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Yes, we did.
had some
Thank you
wonderful years together.
for letting me go.
Wow.
It's funny because this is a joke, is that she says the letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye, but we're only halfway through it.
I'll say goodbye.
She's like, I'll say goodbye now. Okay, by the way, I have all this more to say.
Right. Well, maybe that reflects their girlfriend or wife.
Maybe it's like a girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like when they tell you that, oh, I'm on my way, which really means they're still looking or out shopping or whatever.
See? I can't bear for you to forget me. Mm-hmm. There's that controlling part of her, the manipulative side.
I'm
Well, at least she admits it.
Sorry for what I
Well,
did
that's
to
all.
you.
That's why I like this ending too. It's
Did
the
to
only
us.
place where people get any sympathy
You've
for
given me
James
so
for what he's
much,
done, because she
and I
comes
haven't been
forth
able
and
to
says,
return a single thing.
"I haven't really been the best
That's why I want you to live
in these last
for
few years,
yourself
and
now.
I accept responsibility for that." And
Do
happily,
what's best for
it doesn't
you,
have to be a
James.
zero-sum game ending. James
James.
wins and gets away with it, and Mary loses.
You made
It's
me
more like
happy.
now Laura is the flame, and you must protect it. So protect Laura now, and
It's
that's
good.
what
I like that ending. That's a good ending.
Yes, I do too.
I would have to say, when I did the Silent Hill 2 movie, I combined this ending with the In Water ending, so you get the best of both.
Yeah, I liked that. The last line, "You made me happy," of course. Oh gosh, that's all James ever wanted to do. That's all any man really ever wants to do for his family, is make them happy,
Yeah.
if it's possible. It's so darn hard in this world.
Well, it must have been really hard for James.
Yeah. And there they go, happily
leaving.
wandering off. Now, I heard you say the other day that after he buries her, they leave the cemetery. I never imagined.
Did I say that?
But yeah, I thought I heard you say that, but I never imagined him like getting a shovel out and burying the body. I always thought it was like.
Well, I meant that in a metaphorical
They
sense, not
wandered
literal.
back out the same way he came in, which was through.
I mean, buries her as in puts her to rest.
Although
Oh,
it would have been nice to bury her, right? Because she'd be stinking up the car.
2 hours later. Oh, we better go.
Yay, Dusty, you did it. No, 4 hours later, not 2, 4.
Yes.
But it was
Well,
4 hours.
All right, we're going to let this play through until we see my name on the screen, because
of course.
Till the end. I'm surprised anybody ever found me after this. Oh, there's Sato. What's he get credit for?
Effect program. No, he does a lot of stuff. And his name is actually Takayoshi Sato. That's someone else.
Oh, okay.
They actually don't get credited that much. Like, Hiroyuki Owaku was a programmer in the first and second games.
Mm.
But he also wrote the story.
Mm. Well, here's a chance for any more questions.
Yeah, we need more questions.
Ron's got some stacked up for us.
If you guys don't mind, I'm going to turn down the volume on the game.
From VIPs here.
Yes, we need questions while this game is ending. This is your last chance. Oh, the game crashed. It gave me an error screen for some reason.
Mm.
Well,
Darn
we've
it.
come
Thankfully
to the end.
now.
And you made it. You made it. You got
Yeah,
all the
good
way
job.
to the end.
Good job.
Fantastic. You made it seem easy.
Yeah.
Except that last battle was a little rough there with the two
Burning
pyramid
Fawn
heads.
has a really, really long question. He looked into your IMDb profile, and he sees that you've done work in non-Western countries a lot. I guess this is for Dave.
Oh.
Have you done a lot of work? I mean, I don't know what the question was, though. It went so fast.
Oh no, they a lot of the programs will post the IMDb listing just sort of automatically. So after they're released, they'll just fill out all those details. So a lot of times I'm not even aware of them, that they're posted, but they just keep adding them.
Huckner asks, who's my favorite character besides James in Silent Hill 2? And I would say Maria. She's just such a tease. She's great.
Well, you also got to
And of course,
imagine there.
Of course, Eddie, but I like Dave better than I like Eddie.
You got to imagine that Silent Hill created Maria for a reason, to kind of tease at him constantly, and the way she dies over and over again, just constantly tormenting him with his sexual frustration and whatever frustration he has, and she's an interesting character. She really is.
There's another question just zipped by there. I thought it was a good one. Has my feeling about James changed now that I've played the game all through? And yes, it has. I'm not sure how to explain it. but it has. I'll give that some thought. It has something to do with the fact that there weren't that many that you could run around the monsters as easily as stop and engage them, with the exception of the bosses, and that's changed my feeling about it. In a good way, I think. So let's see. Nice. What have you learned about the game?
Yeah, what have you learned?
I learned that there are fewer monsters that you need to engage with than I had thought. How about you?
Yeah. But then, depending if he was trying to avoid them to save ammo. I didn't catch who it was, but somebody mentioned that the game had helped him save them from suicide. So I'm really glad to hear that, because I remember when I was doing it, I was thinking, wow, this is pretty twisted stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot better to hear that it's saved people or given them solace in times of trouble than it caused them problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I sure wouldn't want to be involved in something that increased someone's burden instead of reducing it. So yeah, that's nice. Very nice to hear.
Yeah, I've heard this game has helped a lot of people in difficult times of their lives, so that's really good. It teaches you it's easy just to run away.
Oh, here's a nice comment. It's been a powerful night, especially with the insights of Guy and Dave, and also want to give Nightcrike a shout out and hope that Ito-san is getting and doing well with his character design. So, well,
yep.
It has been a powerful night. It's been a long time coming. I'm really glad that Dusty was able to put the technology together and make this possible for us to leave this, or to participate in this live stream and later leave this. I guess there'll be part 1 and part 2 at 4 hours long, and maybe even maybe 4 parts. But maybe you can edit out the dull parts, Dusty, when we edit it. But
edit out the games.
It's been a good day for us, and it's getting late for you guys. So we're going to wrap it up here and say goodbye.
Hey, here's a good one, really quick. If Silent Hill was a movie, who would you want the actors to be? Who would you want to play James Sunderland? Besides you, of course.
The guy right here.
Besides me? Who's that guy that plays Thor? I like him. Not Chris Pratt, but what's his name?
I don't remember his name. What is it, Bronze? The guy that plays Thor. What's the name of the guy that plays Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Helmsworth. Yes, I want him to play it. That guy's ripped.
With the hammer, of course. A new weapon. He's going to use a hammer.
The hammer, exactly. On that happy note, I think we're going to
Any final parting words you want to leave us, fans? Anything?
Well, we're really glad you enjoyed the game, and thanks for all the support over the years.
That is a good one. Yes. Guy's thinking really hard.
Yes. I thank you very much for all your support, and especially during the dark days of the HD controversy, which resulted in it was only through fan support that the best conclusion came out of it.
Yes.
And that the original voices were retained. And
fortunately, not for Silent Hill 3.
Stone-headed me gave up the idea of pressing them for meeting their obligations, which they had failed to do. And I just gave that all up when I realized this meant a lot more than anything to do with me. And then Dave got on board with that, and then Monica got on board, because it wasn't just me that had to approve that, because none of us had contracts, but it was fans who started that ball rolling, and it grew and it grew, as they say. It snowballed. It got so big, Konami could do nothing but accommodate it. The desire to have the original voices. So that was really, really, hey, great. I mean, imagine you can be involved in all of that and have people take your back, right? Cover your back and push for something that. Oh, it's a great feeling.
Imagine being able to live stream to 1,150 people simultaneously.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So never,
That was amazing.
never underestimate the power of public opinion to
Yeah,
change things.
and one for the record books. So, hey, goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this live stream.